So, I know this is Tuesday, and I watched this movie on Saturday. I wasn't feeling good enough to make a video about it. But I watched Avatar and The Last Airbender. And I have some criticisms about it, but my criticisms don't really affect the movie in any way. Like, overall, the movie was amazing. It was probably the best movie I've seen this year. Yes, that includes Supergirl and He-Man and yeah, it's a 9 out of 10 movie. I'm sorry, it's almost perfect. It's I'm just gonna say all the spoilers right off the bat. In Legend of Korra, Aang's statue has him holding a rod. Most people said it was his griddle, but it was not. It was actually had like a thing at the top. And I always wondered what was that rod staff thing that Aang had. Now we know. It's in this story. It is I don't remember all these new characters' names. I'm sorry. What was it? Tywog? Tywog was the new airbender, old airbender. He's voiced by Batista, which is, I didn't know that was him until the end credits, and I was like, it's Batista. I love that character. I love the fact that he goes into like an Omi form at the end, where it's just like a big bulky like Jin. It looks great. He's one of those characters that, yeah, he's a villain, and he deserved to be imprisoned for as long as he could. I don't remember the new, what was it, Somna? I think that's the new avatar, like the forgotten avatar. And I'm like, I love her. She was a great design, a great character. The fact that this was not the first, like, Aang's nomads were not the first time that they were all wiped off the face of the planet. It wasn't the first time, and the first time happened because of the Earth Kingdom. Kind of cool. Like, nice parallel, I guess. Seeing Aang deal with the spirit world more, that wasn't something that actually happened much in Avatar, and when it did, it was a big event. Well, Korra was always interacting with spirit world stuff, so I was happy to see that. I like seeing the gang back together, even though that's also one of my complaints. Yeah, that's one of those complaints I have for it. Right off the bat, the gang is there just to be fan service, basically. It's like, hey, you like this character? Here they are. Here's Prince Zuko leaves his kingdom for an adventure with Aang. Toph, who's apparently working on her police academy. I think that's what they were dropping a hint for, was her training a bunch of students and Bendon. I think they were saying, hey, she's training her students because I think some of them had like little badges on their shoulders. I've only seen this movie once. I was going to watch it again, but I just haven't been feeling good. But her leaving her entire students behind to go on an adventure, again, not the greatest. The only one that should have been there was Katawa and maybe Sokka. Like Sokka's like, yeah, so I'm inventing stuff. I could take a break. I think that's fine. But the other two kind of seemed like they had like actual adult duties, even though I didn't mind them. Even though somehow Zuko got like 10 feet of hell. Like, his hell's longer than mine. And I was like, how on earth did you get this? I don't know if Katala and Aang are a couple or not. They're definitely a couple, but I don't know if they're like married or boyfriend and girlfriend or anything like that. Or just like romantically attracted to each other. It's not like really obvious. Just, are they married by now? How old are they? If you look it up online, they're about 20 to 24. That's kind of a big age difference. Republic City being built, well, is already built. Not everything, but a lot of it's built. The statue of Aang hasn't been put up yet. The El Temple hasn't been built. That's all kind of cool, but like I said, it's not completely down. So it's kind of cool seeing that. But at the same time, that's a lot of stuff happened. And if it's, let's just say, Aang was 13, 14 when airbender ended, and here he's probably 24. That's 10 years. You know, that's a lot of construction and a city being built in 10 years. It took like 25 for Chicago to be built. The second time. So, yeah, I don't know. It just seemed kind of, the timeline didn't seem to add up. That's one of my negatives. It's very picky, but that's mainly because I'm kind of trying to. I kind of wish they had a better timeline. It's like, here's 10 years after or something. Another one, Mei, Suki, and Tyree were never even mentioned, even though Tyree was in it for a split second. I don't know how many people noticed it, but the one Kyoshi warrior, like you see the Kyoshi warriors walking through the city for a split second, and the one Kyoshi warrior has the hell rupees, like Tyree. And I'm like, Tyree. It's Tyree. She has the cheeks, the blush on her cheeks, and the hell rupees. It's like, it's Tyree. So, but no one picked up on that. So, I don't know. It's like, it's obviously her. If you take off the makeup, it's the same face and everything. So, and at the end of Avatar, the Kyoshi Warriors did induct her into the group, being like, hey, you're now a Kyoshi Warrior. So, just in case anyone missed that, I'm guessing that was Tyree. It looked like Tyree, but you just saw her in the background. You just saw her in the background, and that's it. Dressed up like a Kyoshi warrior with two other girls. But Suki never even mentioned it. The Kyoshi warriors, it wasn't even Suki. It was two other girls and Tyree. May wasn't even mentioned. Which, again, all these characters are kind of important to Avatar, and they're not around. Sokka was probably the best. Like all the characters have new voices, and Sokka's is probably the best voice. because the voice actor who's doing Sokka was like spot on. So yeah. Uh, the, it wasn't terrible, like with the voices. Like once you're like, oh, okay, they'll aged up, even though all the main actors are aged up and still alive and stuff. But yeah, it's like buying my. I watched it with my sister. And my sister was like, "Where's Uncle Iroh?" I'm like, "He's probably in the spirit world by now." So I don't know. They could have done something with him, but at the same time, I'm like, he was probably because Uncle Iroh never died. He went to the spirit world and stayed there, and that's where um, um, Korra met up with Uncle Iroh for a little bit, and he was there. He never died. He just went to the spirit world. So, I don't know. But having said all that, like, those are some of my negatives. Another negative is the art style is not exactly one for one. Like, it's better than Korra, but extremely different than Avatar, the last Airbender. So it's a little jarring at first, but at the same time, I'm like, if this is their new style, it's fine. I hope we get more movies for this because this movie was great. It should have been in theaters. Apparently, it was leaked on social media. They still should have put it in theaters because they would have made $1 billion. Because people would have went to see this movie in theaters. I probably would have. I didn't even know it was coming out until like Friday night. It's like there was a Comic-Con trailer for what is it, the Avatar Heaven or whatever it's called. There was the two twins, and that right after that trailer and this trailer popped up, and I'm like, oh, this is out today. I'm gonna have to watch it. So, yeah, basically, I'm like, I bought a pizza, and me and my sister had a movie night watching Avatar. Well, Avatar Aang, the last Airbender. And, yeah, it was fine. It was pretty good. I didn't mind it. Like I said, Batista is probably the best voice, though, and Sokka is good, too. It's still, I can't believe that was Batista. Like, that was kind of weird because it's like, hey, the reason they changed all the voices, from what I understand, is because they wanted to be cultural appreciated. Like, which is funny because they could have just got the voice actor to play Zuko. It doesn't make sense. But they cast everyone to be their race, and it's like, that has to stop. Like, seriously, it ruins so much stuff. But Batista being this big kind of, like, I don't know, threatening monk doesn't really fit Batista very much, in my opinion. But I enjoyed him. It was like, Aang, technically, this guy is Aang's master, like Airbender master, because Aang, knew Airbending skills. Tywog, whatever his name is. He knew like Aang knew how to do stuff with Airbending, but this guy actually worked with other Airbenders, so he actually taught Aang how to work with other Airbenders. Aang didn't have that skill before, so that's like, he's technically Aang's Airbender teacher, if you think of it in a way, because now Aang knows how to interact with other Airbenders. That's a cool thing. And kind of another spoil that everyone who's watched Korra should know about Aang finds the Elba bisons at a temple. He finds all of these El bisons. It's like, we knew he did. They mentioned that in Korra, but it's like he found them, and it's like they mentioned that. It's like cool. What was it? The villains of the group, the villain group, is like, what was it? Denied, something like that. Denied. I think it was just denied, not the denied. I think it's just denied. They were just there for everyone else to fight, basically. Aang fought the main villain, and they fought, like, all of them fought someone else. That's all it is. You get Toph in her, like, armor. I am kind of curious if it's the girl who was, like, using fire arrows. It's like, did she get fire skills, or did she get airbender skills? How far does this staff give powers type deal? By the way, the staff gives powers. I don't think I talked about that. Cool concept, because it's like the reverse, that Aang can take powers away while this can give powers, but you have to use an item to be able to give powers. Kind of a cool thing. Aang kind of does Super Saiyan, which is like when he's holding the staff, which he was in Avatar mode, and it was like kind of cool, but the staff has corrupted him, and it was like, So there was a lot of good. I liked the show. It was, like I said, I like it, but I have little nitpicks. Like, I don't like some of the stuff, the voices, some of the characters were just out to fight other characters. That was just stupid. Like the denied, whatever. They are just there to fight Team Avatar. That's it. The main villain, he's only a villain because he wants to bring his people back, which is because of what he does, is a villain crime. But at the same time, you can kind of be behind him, being like, yeah, but who wouldn't want to bring their people back to life? Their entire race or whatnot back to life. It's like, yeah, that would be something I think anyone would be behind. The forgotten Avatar, Kylie, sorry, no, whatever. She was cool, like I said. I enjoyed her. I guess the fact that she was forgotten was because she was like one of the first. I don't know. She was probably like maybe Avatar 10 or something like that. They never really mentioned how far down she was, but Korra met Avatar 1. So, yeah. But it gives me hope for this new animated series that's coming out. Well, I think it's Heaven or something that I can't remember. And I kind of hope that there's like the fact that there's I think there's two avatars in this new series. And I kind of hope it's like the Dark Avatar and the Avatar. I don't know. I've been trying to say spoiler free, except for the trailer I saw. But overall, I still think it's a 9 out of 10 style movie. It's amazing. I find all this stuff comes out on Paramount Plus, and I find out about it because I've been watching Transformers. Which I'm done. So, I don't know. It's just one of those things. I think you guys, if you like Avatar, you would enjoy it. It's better than the Netflix series. It's better than a lot of stuff. Um, and it's a shame it never was in Pharaohs. That's my opinion. Like, I think this is another like K-pop Demon Hunter situation, which they would have made billions. They probably would have beaten Spider-Man when that comes out. But it's a shame it got leaked online or something happened that they had to only put it right on streaming. But at the same time, I got to see it. So I'm curious. I didn't check, but I'm curious where it stands on Paramount right now. It's like top 10 or what. K-pop Demon Hunter's still in the top 10, so I think this is going to be in the top 10 for a while because it was pretty good. Yeah. So that's my like. I think I talked about how I didn't like the voices and stuff, but they were kind of tough to get over. But I enjoyed it. It was like the voices in the animation. You watch it enough, you don't be like, yeah, I enjoy it. It's fine. The fact that the main cast is there just to be the main cast kind of is annoying. And the villains are the same way. They're there just to be the villains. Like the team for the main villain to have. That's kind of annoying. But overall, I think I enjoyed it. Like, yeah, I would have liked to see Mei, Tyree, and Suki, and maybe Azula, because technically Azula and Avatar should have went on there with like Johnny by now. Maybe we'll get that eventually in live action, not live action, animation. But yeah. Leave a like, comment, or say what you enjoyed about it if you didn't like everything. Like my negatives didn't ruin the movie for me. It just nostalgia doesn't fit with this movie type deal. That's not a bad thing. You can have some change. It's not like they made Doomsday a clone of Zod. That's not good change. This is okay change. So, yeah. Overall, 9 out of 10. I think, and I haven't heard anything bad about it besides basically the criticisms I have are the same as everyone else. And that's about it. And yeah, like I said, the staff. No one's talking about the fact that, of course, the statue of Aang is holding the staff that's in this movie, and no one's talking about the fact that Tyree was in it for a split second. So, I don't know. I could be mistaken, but I'm gonna take it as those are those items because they look extremely like that. Like those are like put there just to be like. It's that thing we never really showed you. See you guys next time. Bye.